Hello, everyone. Happy National Poetry Month. Today, we're going to talk about my poetry book, What If I Ruled the World? Poems Inspired by Music. My first book ever. I self published it with Kindle Publishing. And my link tree is at the top. And then on the back, it's me. Isn't that a cute picture of me? My hair doesn't look exactly like this anymore. It's a little longer, a little crazier. But yeah, and then I have my biography and then description. This paragraph is so huge. I'm going to show you the proof. On the proof version, look at how small the paragraph is compared to like what it is now. Same picture. And then this paragraph is the same, so I don't know what happened. But we're gonna talk about the cover and the process of that. But let's get into some questions you might have about me and my book. So I've been writing since I was 13 years old, so almost 20 years. I'll be 33 this year, so it'll be 20 years this year. Um, One of my poems that didn't make it in the book actually has the exact day that I started writing. Um, so yeah, so it'll be 20 years. Why did I start? So that's what drew me to writing. One day, just words came into my head, and um, I decided to write them out. This is back when you wrote on paper. I can't remember if I wrote it in the cafeteria or if I just shared it with my friends in the cafeteria at lunch. I remember I shared it with them at least at the cafeteria at lunch. And I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I think I wrote a poem." Now I've been doing it for 20 years. Um, and yeah, writing drew me because it helps me express myself and get my emotions out and my ideas out. I'm gonna say it helps me be creative, which I thought was a little cliche, even though I feel like my answer is a little cliche, but it's the truth. And my writing process is I just want to clarify when I say I get words in my head, I'm not hearing voices. I want you to think I'm possessed or mentally ill. Nothing wrong with being mentally ill. I guess if you're possessed, you can't really help that either, but just want to clarify. Yeah, I used to get words in my head, and then I start writing in form sentences. Um, so sometimes I'll like take from an idea from the beginning, and just keep building onto that. Lately, I've been repeating certain lines, kind of like a song, like it's like the chorus. I used to not really do that when I first started writing, so it's like writing has evolved. Of course, music is a big inspiration. I have a whole book of poems inspired by music, but also movies. One year I did National Poetry Month. Every poem was inspired by a movie, which was mainly on Facebook. But I should share those one day. But my friends, I've written poems for my friends, my family, specifically my mom, because every National Poetry Month, which is this month, her birthday's the 17th. So some years I've written poems for her on those days, and even pictures inspire me. Yes, I've had at least one poem inspired by a picture that I can think of off the top of my head. No, I have two. Um, and one is a painting of the love of the goddess Venus. I love her so much. Among other things, and I usually write in my notes app, which I'm reading from. But I do write on my computer too. I do mainly stories on my computer for formatting, but I have written them in my notes app as well. Um, which Apple, their formatting is kind of weird. Which I feel like even if you put it in Word or Google Doc, you still have to format it. So it's still formatting either way. Um, and what inspired my book? I realized I wrote a lot of poems inspired by music or in response of a song, which I don't have any of those in the book. But basically, if I write in response, it means I didn't like this song. So I'm writing something to like diss it, basically. And I just love to listen to music, and I just get words in my head, and I have to let them out. You know. So sometimes I'm just like chilling, listening to music, and then I'll hear something in my head, and I'll be like, okay, let me write this down. Why self-publishing? So I'm not very good at submitting my writing to like different publications and places. Not very consistent. So that's why I didn't do that. So that's why I didn't do it that way. Um, And this way I could publish without waiting to hear back or putting in the effort to like submit and follow the guidelines and all that stuff. Um, and that's actually one of my goals. I keep failing, lol, to submit my writing to publications. And I was also able, so it's going to be like kind of contradictory. I was able to push myself, but also be on my own time, because I was the only one putting pressure on me, lol. So I was able to like make my own pace and decide, you know what, this is the day I'm gonna do it. This is the week. This is the month. This is the whatever, and not really have to follow like someone else's deadlines or like a publishing company. Nothing's wrong with that, because I mean, I'm sure if you get your book published by a big publisher, you don't get more money than I am, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Uh, but you know, and then of course, if you're in that environment, you're more used to the deadlines and you're more proactive. I would hope, right? So yeah, it's just a different environment. And also, I did not want to wait to be accepted or rejected. I could just do it. Um, one of my friends has a friend who self-publishes, like her fiction, and that's one of the reasons she gave that I could remember, because I asked her like a while ago. This book's been a year-ish or more in the making, so procrastination. Um, but yeah, that was another reason that's one of the reasons she said that she wanted to do it on her own. She didn't want to have to be rejected. Basically, she could just decide to do it and just do it. So I like that. The process, I'm going to link a video. It's only 10 minutes. He talks a little fast, I will say, but he also has a step-by-step guide in the description of his video. But it's a really good video. After doing everything myself, it's pretty accurate. I need to change my screensaver. I updated my computer and now they made whatever they want to do. But without having watched any videos, the process is not too hard. I will say you should probably watch some videos, because he talks about rounding your price to the dollar. So like instead of I made mine $10, but I guess he said you should make it like $9.99. I don't know if that's like something in people's brain where they're like, oh, 99. Maybe that's a thing. So maybe I'll remember that next time for my next book. I thought, $10. I feel like that's an easy thing. Like for people budgeting and stuff like, oh, it's $10. $10. That's what I expected. Okay, so let me talk about my royalties, and then I'm going to talk about um, the cover process. So my royalties are 60%. I'm thinking this is um, for Amazon, but they have expanded distribution as well. Okay, so I think this one's for the U.S., but then it shows that other countries I still have 60% as well. So basically, I'm going to make $3.16 per copy, and they take out $2.84 for printing, and then 40% for expanded distribution, which is $1.16. So I'm assuming that's like in other countries. Um, they also have on their website a lot of like help links and what are things and why do you do this. It's very helpful. You can price your book from $7.10 to $250. I don't know what you would have to write for it to be $250. That's a lot to me. Okay, I'm going to talk about the cover process. So basically, they tell you to upload it as a PDF. Do not do that. So what I had to do to get it like this, which is what I originally wanted. I'm going to show you what my proof looks like. What I originally wanted, I had to save this as a image instead of a PDF, because I was trying to make this like the whole book. I didn't want that. I didn't want it to stretch out all the way. I just wanted it like this. So I'm going to show you my proof. So I had to mess with it a lot. So this is my proof, which is absolutely not really what I wanted. It looks kind of cool with the clouds, but the top part isn't really what I wanted. And I wanted you to see the sand and the sky and all that. So I would suggest saving it as a image instead of doing a PDF, honestly. And I did this in Canva. You can do this in Canva for free. They do have Canva Pro. I feel like if you just want it for like, I only make thumbnails on there or like this covers. I had 3 covers actually. Excuse me. I had 3 covers that I was gonna decide between. Let me see if I can find them. I can show you. Um, but oh, also they have ones you can make in there. In my personal opinion, they're ugly. I'm just gonna say they're ugly to me. Um, they're kind of just like very generic, basic designs. Did I go too far up? I went too far up. They're very generic, basic designs to me. But if you like some of them, I would definitely say go with whatever you want. So I'm gonna show y'all. This was one of my cover ideas. You can kind of see my ring lights in there. So it's a world with a crown, and then the title above it, and then the subtitle, which was what I originally wanted actually. But then I saw this design, and I thought, you know what, that's really cool. So I had to choose between this one, and I made. Can I just go to the next one from here? Of course, I can't just go to the next one. And then I made. I'm gonna make this one bigger. And then I made this one, which is just kind of clouds and like a mountain at the bottom. Um, I was like, that's kind of basic, you know. So, um, those were the 3 I choose. I chose between. But then I went with this one. So this is what my cover looks like from Canva. It's pretty much the same. Make it bigger. Boop. Yeah, pretty much the same. But yeah, I would definitely say I didn't like the cover options they had. I know you can tweak it and make it like your own technically, and they have images you can use and stuff like that in there. So, just do whatever you think is best. I honestly think you could make your own in Canva, or if you want to pay to have someone artist do it, I feel like um that would be cool too. That's a fun idea. So yeah, so I had the way I had to fix it was just making it an image instead of a PDF. So if you're having that problem, you can do that. I did sign up for Canva Pro for like 30 days. I canceled it because I thought I had to resize it, but then I just saved it as a PNG and then it was fine. So don't waste your money on Canva Pro unless there's some features you need, of course. So I'm gonna talk about some poems that did not make it in the book. So there's a poem called Love Buzz, um, that didn't make it in the book because I have another poem called that is inspired by the same song, but it's a cover by Nirvana. So I'm gonna read the poem that didn't make it, and I'll read the poem that's in the book. So it's called Love Buzz. It's inspired by the song Love Buzz by Shocking Blue. I think they also did the Venus song, I'm your fire, your desire. I'm pretty sure that's them. If it's not, let me know. But here it is. Love Buzz. Can I trust you with all my secrets? Can I trust you with my whole heart? Can I trust you with my insecurities? Can I trust you with my love? Can you hear my love buzz? My love beating for you at 1,000 miles per minute. Can I trust you with my life? Can I trust you with my desires? Can I trust you with my future? Can I trust you with my emotions? Can you hear my love buzz? My doubts racing at the speed of light. Can you hear my love buzzing your name into your ear? You are the king of my sorrow, like Sade. You are the king of my happiness. Torn between a healthy relationship and an unhealthy obsession. Can you hear my love buzz? Can you hear my love buzz? Can you hear me crying to be near you? Can you hear me crying to be free? So it's like a high bun. It's a paragraph and then a haiku. So I'm gonna read the haiku. Buzzing for you and want to sting you. So I'll be yours. So I'll be forever yours. There's that one. And originally they were like back to back in the book in the beginning. So it was this one and then it was the one I'm about to read. And I feel like it didn't make sense to have 2 poems by the same song. So I just picked the one I liked more. So this one is called Grunge Lover. It's inspired by Love Buzz, which was covered by Nirvana. Even though you're filthy, you're my filthy guy. You're a mess of plaid shirts, torn jeans, and holes in your Converse. Your hair's always filthy. It used to be blonde. It's black now, but still I run my fingers through your thick mess. You smell like pine wood and motor oil. You love playing in the park and fixing up my old car that will probably never start. I love kissing you and feeling the grit of dirt on my lips. We're both 15 in 3 months, and we've been counting the days until we can drive. We can be free together. I pick out wood chips from your hair and show them to you. Your red cheeks pierce through your dirt-stained face. I'll wash your hair for you, babe. As Nirvana plays on the stereo in my garage, I wash your hair in the sink and scrub as hard as I can to make your hair blonde again. I show my affection by wanting to take care of you, but would never change you. Besides, to make you chuckle as I scrub your hair clean. Afterwards, you shake your hair out onto me like a shaggy dog. Our eyes meet, and you gently kiss my forehead, then say, "You're my Courtney love, but less druggy." We both laugh. So this is the haiku part. You smell like teen angst. You smell like tire swings. You smell like tire swings, but I still love you. So it's a high bun as well. Paragraph in the haiku. So yeah, so that's one poem that did not make it in the book because they're by the same song, basically. And another poem that did not make the book was because two of the artists are controversial. So the poem is called Somebody, and it's inspired by New Body by Kanye West featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Nicki Minaj. So the controversial artists are Kanye West and Nicki Minaj. Kanye West has been a ton of things, anti-Semitic, anti-black, a lot of things going on. And then Nicki Minaj, she defended somebody blackfishing. She defends predators. There's a lot going on with the both of them. So I like the poem, but I was like, do I want to promote them? Even though you can't stream the song because it's not out. So you can't give them money as technically because the song's not out, so they won't get paid if you listen to it. But I was like, it's still, the principle. So here it is. Somebody. You ain't been with me, only with my old body. No old history, like I cleared my browser. You can't claim me now. You don't exist to me now. Oh, you can't claim me now. You're from my old life. You don't you don't exist to me now. And this is a line from the song. Ain't no miles on this here new body. I'm looking brand new and acting like it too. My new body, she got new memories. No shaming over here, 'cause I see you staring at my new body. Got a new wardrobe for my new body. My old body and new body are fraternal twins. New body, old mindsets. Old mindset. I still deserve the best, no matter which body is receiving the love. New love to make, new love to wine and dine me. New love to put me on a pedestal. New love to put me onto new things. New body or old body, I was always and forever will be somebody. I like the message of the poem, but because it's inspired by them. Uh, that song and those people. I didn't put it in the book. I'm going to read one more poem from the book. I'm going to try to read something I don't think I've ever read um, in any of my videos before. All right. This poem is called Siren Pretends to be an Angel. It's inspired by Rub Me Dry by Bryson Tiller. Switched up on you, changed my appearance on you, put my curse on you, put my stress on you, took you from my man to my ex, moved on to the next, and couldn't care less. Now you think your money will bring me back. You can't buy me. You can't woo me. You can't understand me. You can't change me. My thighs wrapped around your waist every night. But I was wasting your time, boy. I ain't sorry like B. Switched up on you. Changed my appearance on you. Put my curse on you. Put my stress on you. And I feel no empathy for you. So yeah, so it's a little taste of the little book. I don't want to give you too much of a taste. Well, yeah, that's just a little taste of what was going to make the book and what did make the book. So let's get back to my notes. Okay, so what are my plans for the future? For future books, I'm trying to decide between writing a short story collection or like a full novel. I have so many ideas, and I just want to narrow them down. What I want to do, um, and I want to think. I kind of want to write like a black black girl version of The Craft mixed with Sabrina the Teenage Witch mixed with Carrie mixed with kind of like maybe a magical family or superpower type family, but black family. So that's one idea, and then I want to maybe do a collection of short stories that are road trip inspired. So the different characters on road trips. Um, I have characters that I've already written that I could write to road trips that I think would be interesting. So yeah, it's between magic and a road trip story. If you have any preferences or any suggestions in the comments, that would be great. So that's my book. I hope that you would purchase it if you have not. I really appreciate it. Oh, another thing about the payment. You get paid, I think, 60 days after the first sales. So I won't get paid until June. They have like a whole chart that like shows like whenever the sale starts and then when you're supposed to get it. So I'm gonna get paid for 4 months. So we'll see how much I get. My mom and dad, I think they both bought 5 copies, so I'd at least get $30. So that's good, extra money. So yeah, that's my book, and that's what I want to do for the future. Oh, also, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. If you have not subscribed, that'd be great. I'm 14 away. I'll make a little celebration video. That would be great. And thank you all for watching these videos and supporting me. I really appreciate y'all. I will see you all next week.